Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hi everyone, let me introduce myself. My name is Nabila SN with my ID number 8241240019. So today I would like to present my topic about capacitance. In this presentation, I will explain the basic concept of capacitance, the formula, energy stored in capacitor in series and parallel, and the electric material. So let's begin the presentation. First, let's look at the learning outcomes of this presentation. After this presentation, we are expect to 1. Define capacitance and its unit, the farad. 2. Solve problem involving charge, voltage, and capacitance. 3. Deduce and use a formula for the energy stored by a capacitor. And 4. Derive and use formula for capacitance in series and parallel. Next. Now we will discuss capacitor and capacitance. A capacitor is a device that is used to store electric charge. It is made of two metal plates that are separated by an insulating material called a dielectric. When the capacitor is connected to a power source, such as a battery, electric charge begins to accumulate on the plates. One plate becomes positively charged while the others become negatively charged. Now let's look at the image on this slide. The first image shows two metal plates separated by a dielectric material. This is the basic structure of a capacitor. The second image shows a real capacitor where the plates are rolled together. This design increases capacitance and allow more charge to be stored. And in the third image shows a capacitor connected to a battery. When connected, charge build up on the plates and energy is stored. Capacitance is the ability of the capacitor to store electric charge, and it depends on the design and material of the capacitor. Next, capacitance and capacitance formula. The capacitance of a capacitor is the charge stored on one plate per unit of potential difference between the plates. The capacitance C of a capacitor is defined by capacitance equals charge over potential difference, or C equals Q over V, where Q is the magnitude of the charge on each of the capacitor's plates, and V is the potential difference across the capacitor. The charge on the capacitor may be calculated using the equation Q equals V times C. This equation shows that the charge depends on two things, the capacitance C and the voltage V. Note that it is not only capacitors that have capacitance. Any object can become charged by connection it to a voltage. The object capacitance is then the ratio of the charge to the voltage. The next is units of capacitance. The unit of capacitance is the farad or V. With the formula, 1 farad equals 1 coulombs per volt. In practice, a farad is a large unit. Few capacitors have a capacitance of 1 farad. Capacitors usually have their values marked in picofarads, nanofarads, or microfarads. We move to charge and electric fields. When a capacitor is connected to a voltage source, electric charge builds up on its plates. One plate becomes positively charged and the other becomes negatively charged. Because of this, an electric field is created in the space between the plates. This electric field is very important because it is responsible for storing energy in capacitor. The strength of the electric fields depends on the voltage applied and the distance between the plates. The greater the voltage, the stronger the electric fields. The next is energy formula. The energy stored in a capacitor can be calculated using the formula W equals 1/2 C times 4 squared. This formula shows that the energy stored in a capacitor increases with the square of the voltage. This means that even a small increase in voltage can result in a large increase in storage energy. Therefore, voltage plays a very important role in determining how much energy a capacitor can store. Now, we will discuss capacitor connect in series and parallel. Capacitor can be connected in different ways in electric circuits, such as in series or in parallel. First, let's discuss parallel capacitor. When two capacitors are connected in parallel, their combined or total capacitance C total is simply the sum of their individual capacitance C1 and C2. C total equals C1 plus C2. Now, look at the image on the left. It shows capacitor connect in parallel. The total charge Q on two capacitors connect in parallel and charged to a potential difference V is simply given by Q equals C total times V. For three or more capacitors connect in parallel, the equation for their total capacitance becomes C total equals C1 plus C2 plus C3. And next, let's discuss series capacitor. In a similar way to the case of capacitor connect in parallel, we can consider two or more capacitors connect in series. The total capacitance C total of two capacitors of capacitance C1 and C2 is given by 1 over C total equals 1 over C1 plus 1 over C2. Here, it is the reciprocals of the capacitance that must be added to give the reciprocal of the total capacitance. For three or more capacitors connect in series, the equation for their total capacitance is 1 over C totals equals 1 over C1 plus 1 over C2 plus 1 over C3. And look at the image on the right. It shows a capacitor connect in series. This configuration divides voltage across capacitor. Okay, next we move to dielectrics. A dielectrics is an insulating material that is placed between the plates of a capacitor. Example of dielectric cepat sekali kau bicara, cok. Okay, next we move to dielectrics. A dielectrics is an insulating material that is placed between the plates of a capacitor. Examples of dielectric material includes air, glass, and plastic. The presence of a dielectric increases the capacitance of the capacitor, allowing it to store more electric charge. This happens because the electric reduces the electric fields inside the capacitor. As a result, capacitors with the electrics are more efficient and are widely used in electronic devices. Okay, now we come to the conclusion. Capacitance is the ability of a capacitor to store electric charge and energy. The energy is stored in the form of an electric field between the plates. We also learned that capacitance depends on the amount of charge, voltage, and the material used such as the electric. In addition, capacitors behave differently in circuits. In series, the total capacitance decreases while in parallel it increases. These concepts are very important in understanding how capacitor works in real electrical system. Okay, now we will move to the example problem. This slide shows an example problem about calculating capacitance in a network of capacitor. So, I will create another video specifically to discuss the solution step by step in detail. Okay, that's all for my presentation about capacitance. I hope this presentation helped us better understand the concept of capacitance and its application in electrical system. Thank you very much for your attention. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.